Hello, Dr. Sandra. I'll be taking class on National Population Policy. So, coming to a quote first. If we do not voluntarily bring population growth under control in the next 1 or 2 decades, the nature will do it for us in the most brutal way, whether we like it or not. So, that's some kind of natural selection. So, if the population becomes too much for they to bear, they will develop a mechanism. Anyway, could be a disease, could be a natural calamity, anything. It's a quote by Mr. Henry W. Kendall. So look at this picture of India. This shows the different states in India, but each state having the population equivalent to the name of the country which is written in it. So the population of Kerala is equal to that of the country Iraq. The population of Tamil Nadu equal to the country of Turkey. So when we put together all this, together, you can get an idea of how much countries' population together make up India's population. Okay. So coming to the topic proper, what is a population? Population is a summation of all the organisms of the same group or species which live in the same geographical area and have the capability of interbreeding. So that is the definition of population. Summation of all the organisms of the same group or species, same geographical area, and they interbreed. What is a policy? So a policy is a set of ideas or plans that is used for the basis of decision making. So when what you say about population policies, when you take the measures formed by a range of social institutions including government which may influence the size, distribution or composition of human population. So it can contain growth and birth control measures, set of social demographic goals in order to control the population. So that is what a population policy is. Okay. So it is formulated by social institutions to influence the size, distribution or composition of the human population. So why is there a need for population policy in India? Do you think India needs a population policy? Well, of course India does. Look at the population. So actually we have gone through a population explosion. What do you mean by population explosion? So there's a rapid increase in population for a long time, and that is termed as a population explosion. Okay, so see, the world population is 7.6 billion and it's expected to reach 8 billion by the year 2025. Now it's 2020. So the India population is 1.32 billion. So this is the second most populous country in the world. So it contributes to 17.5% of world population and the 7th largest in land area. The population of India is supposed to reach 1.53 billion in 2050. Can overtake China any moment. So what do you think is the cause of this population explosion in India? So the death rate, there's death rate and birth rate. So the death rate started declining, but the birth rate kept on increasing. Okay. So the declining of the death rate as well as an increasing of the birth rate led to an acceleration in the growth rate. No much change in birth, the death decreased. So the lifespan of people increased. Are the causes of high population growth? Decrease in mortality rates due to improvement in health status. So people live longer because the health is maintained over a longer period now compared to previous. A large size of population is in the reproductive age group, so they contribute to the increase in the population. There's higher fertility due to unmet needs of contraception. So people want to go undertake contraceptive measures, but they are not able to due to many factors. So approximately 50% of girls marry below the age of 18 years, resulting in a typical reproductive pattern of too early, too frequent and too many. And then there's always this preference for the male child. That's Okay. Preference for male child. So the all cause of high population growth. So coming to the national population policy, the need was felt in AS since 70s itself. So it was drafted, but it was not adopted at that time. So the national public policy in 1976 called for an increase in the legal minimum age of girls from 15 to 18 and for boys from 18 to 21. So it was made to achieve a small family norm, and its long-term goal is to achieve net reproductive rate of 1 by 2000. What do you mean by net reproductive rate? So net reproductive rate is the number of daughters a newborn girl will bear during her lifetime, assuming fixed age-specific fertility and mortality rates. So what is the importance of net reproductive rate? So net reproductive rate is a sensitive demographic indicator. That is its importance. So if the NRR is less than 1, it means the reproductive performance of the population is said to be below replacement level. So that is equivalent to 2-child norm. So a father mother is replaced by 2 kids. The two parents, one male female by 2. Now number is 2. So when they pass away, there's 2 more kids to replace them. Okay. So the goal is to attain an NRR of 1, but at present the NRR of India is 1.42. So what is the total fertility rate? It's the average number of children a woman would have if she were to pass through her reproductive years bearing children at the same rate as the women now in each group. Okay, it is TFR, and NRR is the number of daughters a newborn girl will have. So it's a newborn girl here in NRR. TFR, it is a woman, okay, corresponding to her counterparts. So in 1976 it was drafted, modification was made in 83, and the population came to was approved by the cabinet by 2000 only. Okay, so it came known as the National Population Policy 2000. So what are the immediate objectives of NPP 2000? To address the unmet needs for contraception, healthcare infrastructure, and health personnel. So I told you it's the unmet needs. So people want to go for contraception, but they're not able to due to many factors. Financial constraints, due to cultural barriers, social factors, due to deficiency in the healthcare infrastructure as well as health personnel. Okay, that's the immediate objective of this policy. The medium-term objective is to bring the TFR to replacement levels by 2010 through a vigorous implementation of intersectoral operation strategies. Okay, so TFR, I told you what is TFR. The average number of children a woman would have if she were to pass through her reproductive years bearing children the same rate as the women now in each group. So it can change. Okay. The long-term objective is to achieve a stable population by 2045 at a level consistent with the requirements of sustainable socio-economic growth and development and environmental protection. So the objectives in detail. First, to meet the unmet needs of basic reproductive child health services, supplies and infrastructure. So in a PHC, CHC, what all facilities are there for family planning, what are facilities there for counseling, what is there for basic pregnant women and child, everything they have to address. And have to make school education up to 14 years free and compulsory. Have to reduce the primary secondary school dropouts and reduce the infant mortality rate IMR to below 30 per 1000 live births. To reduce maternal mortality ratio to less than 100 per 1000 live births. Achieve universal immunization of children against all VPD, that is vaccine preventable disease. What are the VPDs, you know? Okay. Promote delayed marriage for girls at age less than 18 and preferable after 20 years. Achieve at least 80% institutional delivery and 100% by trained persons. Achieve universal access to information, counseling services for fertility regulation and contraceptive with wide basket of choices. Cafeteria approach. Okay. Achieve 100% resolution of births and deaths, marriage and pregnancy. Integration of Indian system of medicine and provision of RCH services and reaching out to households. So promote small family home to achieve the TFR of 2.1. Told you what is TFR and what is NNR. These two terms are important for analyzing the NPP. Okay. So bring about convergence in implementation of related social sector programs so that family welfare become people-centered programs. So more people should be involved in it. So they should know the importance of family planning. What is family planning? So the role of women's autonomy is important in a household, and she has an important role in decision making, and that has a significant impact on the demography of the country itself. So what is NPP? Why does India need NPP? What is TFR? What is NNR? What are objectives of NPP? Okay, it's not important. If you have any questions, please feel free to approach me. Thank you.